Good morning, everybody. I am Anaris. It is Thursday, October 7th, 2010. Today I've got a 1 versus 1 for you. It's kind of a quick game, as you can probably tell by the length of the timer down there. And, speaking of timer, check it out. Got a timer. Yep, finally remembered to do it. I know I'm terrible for not having that on before, but whatever. It's on now, so it's cool. We got Fruitseller spawning as Protoss. That's right, not Zerg. Protoss. Down here in the 9 o'clock position. His opponent, the best I can figure out, his name is I Am Zerg, so I'm going to go with that. And if I'm wrong, then I'm sure somebody will probably let me know. So, anyways, this is I Am Zerg spawning as the Teal Terran up in the 12 o'clock position. Got a pylon going down at about 10 supply for Fruitseller. So, kind of looking forward to see what build he does. I've never seen him play Protoss before. He may have, I just never really caught the game, so kind of looking forward to see what strategies he brings to the game, as the Terran is looking to do pretty traditional open so far. Depot is finished, probably see a barracks soon, and yep, there it is right there. So pretty much nothing special going up there. However, I do want to point out, Fruitseller, he's at 13 supply now, 14 supply, and there's no buildings. So already we can see that this is not going to be a traditional opener with, say, 12 gate, 13 gas, or something of that nature. However, we are now at 15 supply with probes, and we have one probe leaving the base right now, heading towards the natural and dropping a Nexus. So Nexus has definitely gone down before the gateway, and the gas, mind you. So yeah, I hope that Terran is able to scout that soon, or else he is going to be in a lot of trouble if he lets that go unpunished. As you can see, still kind of sticking to a more traditional build up here. He is getting his orbital command right now at 16 supply. Usually you see it around 15, but 16 is not really too out of the ordinary either, as this Marine is just about complete. And you can see that both players are now scouting each other. The Terran player, of course, did get a glimpse of that expansion as he does head into, and here he is, the double take right there. He's probably thinking to himself, what? So yeah, that's actually the voice that I would use too. And holy SCVs! So this is the response from the Terran player. He is going to send down 6 SCVs, and he's throwing down a bunker at the expansion. And oh, ... This is great. So anyway, he's got 2 probes out here trying to harass the SCV building the bunker, and a couple more out here. And this one's definitely going to get surrounded and taken out. So these 4 probes are running away, trying to stop this Marine, but will he make it in time? Most likely, as he is able to get away from those probes. Now this expansion is very much in danger from the SCVs. You can't discount these SCVs, man. They will do some damage if you bring them in here. So, I mean, this expansion might actually go down. Taking a look in the base, there is 1 gateway, and there's a cybernetics core going down, but really there's no units that can really handle this. There's 1 zealot, but he's already boxed in by I Am Zerg. So this zealot, pretty much worthless. Couple more Marines coming down here to attack the probes, and Terran has officially dominated the natural of Fruitseller in his early expansion. So he's got 2 bunkers up. He's going to finish it off now, and the Protoss player is going to have to build up in his base super quick, because that was a loss of 400 minerals at a critical point in the game. It was really early. I mean, those minerals could have gone to something else, but they went to that expansion, and now they're pretty much gone. So as you can see, that expansion has indeed died, and you can already see that red. I really hate that it shows question marks when you mouse over in that thing. But you can see that he is using a stalker to try to kill the bunker, and this Marine right here is actually getting range or vision for the bunker. And you can see that when the Stalker started to back away, the Marine moved back in to try to get away. And you can see that now the Stalker was baiting the Marine, and the Marine died 6 inches before he stepped foot into the bunker. That has to be a very depressed Marine. Actually, he's a very dead Marine. But that's okay, as the Fruitseller is getting a couple more Stalkers out there to deal with the problem. Meanwhile, up in the Terran base, you can see that we do have a factory and another barracks going down, and his mineral line pretty much saturated now, sitting on a little bit of extra energy, probably just paying more attention down here to this attack, as this depot is now all that's left of those bunkers. So, Marines and SCV are going to retreat, gather up with their with, I would say, gather up with the rest of his forces, but he really doesn't have a whole bunch here. A couple Marauders, plenty at the top of the ramp, more than enough to take out these few Stalkers, especially with this bunker. Throw a couple Marauders in here, and it'll definitely cause Fruitseller to think twice about doing this sort of attack right now. As right now, he's not in the best position. Like I said, he is trying to recover from that early economic hit. He is sitting on the 2 gateways right now, trying to get in the warp gate technology. Meanwhile, up in the Terran base, you can see the stim packs are being researched, and pretty much the Terran player is just macroing up, defending his base with this pretty well-placed bunker. So he is actually in a really good spot to, you know, exploit the fact that he was able to take out that early natural, and he's probably just going to make kind of a low-tier push here, as we can see that he is pushing out, he is still pushing out infantry from the 3 barracks that he has now, as well as we do have a medevac on the way. So we'll have to see what happens here. As Fruitseller is still trying to recover from this attack, you can see that he is getting a robotics facility now near the top of his base. You got to watch out for this building positioning, though, because the Marauders, and I think the Marines too, if they're close enough and the building's close enough, they can shoot from down here and hit these buildings up top, and as well as the mineral line, that's also vulnerable. So it's really important to keep that in mind when you're placing your buildings. But I mean, whatever, it's Fruitseller. We'll cut him some slack. He did sort of sort of win the GSL. So that actually, by the way, made me very happy. I was very happy to see that a Zerg player won the GSL, when, I mean, it was basically a Terran fest for the rest of the top slots. So anyways, you can see that Terran is moving out here. A couple SCVs moving in along with the Marauder medevac force, which is actually going to pretty much outnumber the Protoss players, and we might see some force fields here in the near future. Yep, there they are right there, although not really the best placement, as you can see that the Protoss player did not move back. So I'm guessing what it is Fruit really just isn't that comfortable with Protoss yet. Not really comfortable with, you know, force fields, how to react and whatnot. So he placed the force fields down, but he didn't really do anything with it, as the Marauders and Marines were still able to fire, you know, from their pushed off positions. So you can see that there was a well-placed force field right here. So the only thing this is really going to do, though, is delay the inevitable, as Fruitseller does not have any ranged units to pick off that one Marauder which was stuck up there. And sure enough, here's what I was talking about. These Marauders are able to get vision from the medevac and start shooting up here and take out the robotics facility, which is actually crucial for Fruitseller if he had a chance, because he really needed a few good Immortals to come out here and really do some damage to these Marauders, which you can see are moving into position to do damage from the base of the main of Fruitseller. And once again, there goes the pylon. Now you can see that he is indeed supply blocked, and now the Marauders are starting to pick off the probes. You can see that they're only doing a little bit of damage because the probes are moving back and forth, but, you know, eventually a lot of these probes are going to die unless Fruitseller is able to do something that's really going to hurt him, because he is now essentially 100% boxed in. If he tries to make a move, the Marauders are just going to intercept him. And you can see that the Terran player is continuing to reinforce his forces down there. Not too much going on except for this one attack. You can see that some force fields were placed to box in this infantry. However, the Terran is making a push up to the top of the ramp with the forces that were boxed away. So really good play by the Terran player. And, you know, there goes Fruitseller out of the game. So I'm guessing that I'm guessing this game was for him to get adjusted a little bit more, a little bit of experimentation. I'm not too sure, but I thought that it was kind of interesting to see, you know, somebody out of their comfort zone nonetheless. So that was Fruitseller as Protoss, and yeah, so I will see you guys later.